Okay, so now we're going to look at the second scenario, which is the reduced harvest scenario. And again, we'll look at some of the same things we looked at the other one. So key features here. This one has a reduced harvest rate relative to the status quo, so it's about 40% of the harvest flow from that one. Instead of sorting stands at oldest first, it sorted them randomly. And this is because we didn't want to assume that oldest ones would be harvested first. So the type of harvesting that would be here would be mostly small openings and what's often called variable retention. There would be a minimum of 35% in-block retention, and in discussing this with Sean and others, we decided generally there would be increased harvest costs associated with this scenario because we're asking fallers to do things that they don't normally do in these forest types, or they're not trained as well, and it just takes more time to do it. The other thing I should point out here, and this was a point that was raised during the Forest Advisory meeting, is that you have to be careful how you do different types of variable retention, because you can have negative impacts on, well, you can have quite a lot of wind throw that emerges with variable retention if you don't do it properly. You can also have impacts on subsequent growth rates if you're creating systems where there's too much shade to have adequate growth of the new regenerating trees in these systems. Okay, so next slide.